Good morning students. In the last lecture we discussed the pressure due to liquid column and the atmospheric pressure. In this lecture we are going to discuss what is absolute pressure and what do you mean by the gauge pressure. To explain this topic, we imagine that a vessel is containing a liquid and we are also considering a imaginary cylinder of height h. The upper face of the cylinder is marked as x1 and the lower is marked as x2. And each face of this cylinder has an area is equal to A. Now, suppose that this liquid has a density of rho. Now, if we see from this diagram, there are three forces acting on the liquid column, and these three forces are the first force F1 in the downward direction, the second force F2 in the upward direction, and the weight of the liquid inside the cylinder, it is equal to W, which is always acting in the downward direction. As this liquid inside the cylinder is in a static equilibrium, we can say that these forces balances each other. Now, if these forces balances each other, then what we can say? We can write here the equation as this F2, which is acting in upward direction, is balances by F1 plus the weight of the liquid. Now, what is equal to? This is equal to what is F2 force. What is pressure means? Pressure is equal to force per unit area. Therefore, we can write what is force equal to? This force equal to pressure multiplied by area. So, here we can write force acting on the lower face is equal to P2 multiplied by A, that is pressure acting on this surface, plus P1A plus mg. Now we can write here as P1A plus what is m? M is the mass, and how we can calculate the mass? We can calculate the mass as we know that this rho is equal to mass divided by volume, and mass is equal to this density rho multiplied by V. Now what is V? V is nothing but the height and multiplied by area. So what is the height? It is equal to x1 minus x2 and it is multiplied by area. So we can write m is equal to this. So this equation becomes rho g into a into x1 minus x2. So as we see from this equation, this A is common in this equation, so we can write it as P2 is equal to P1 plus rho G x1 minus x2. Okay, now in this equation, we can consider two type of cases. Which two type of cases? When this cylinder is placed, the upper face is placed on this free surface, and then the lower face is placed on the liquid surface. Now here we can also write this equation as if this free surface, this surface face of this cylinder is placed on the free surface of the liquid, then we can say that we keep some values in that equation. If the upper face of the cylinder is placed on the free surface, we can say that the pressure acting on that face is equal to atmospheric pressure. So we can write, we can keep the values as P1 is equal to P0, that is atmospheric pressure, P2 is equal to P, where the pressure is to be determined, and what is x1? This x1 equal to 0 because we consider the reference point on this upper face, which is at the liquid surface. Therefore x1 equal to 0, and this x2 is equal to minus h because we are measuring the height in the downward direction. So this equation becomes, what equation becomes? It becomes P is equal to this P0 plus rho G and H. So this is the equation by which we can determine two type of pressure: the atmospheric pressure applied due to the weight of the fluid in the atmosphere, and this is the pressure due to the liquid column placed at height h. So by using this equation we can determine the pressure inside the liquid at point h. Now we consider that, what is this P now? This P is called as the absolute pressure, which is nothing but, what is absolute pressure? Is nothing but the sum of atmospheric pressure and the pressure due to the liquid column. So if we write here this P minus P0, which is equal to H rho into G, the difference between absolute pressure and this atmospheric pressure is called as a gauge pressure. So we can write here as a gauge pressure. What is gauge pressure? Gauge pressure is equal to H rho into G. Now the second case we can take here is that if the lower phase is kept on the free surface, if the lower surface is kept on the free surface such that this portion is now in the air. Okay, so in this case we can keep the values such that, consider that upper phase is kept here, so the pressure P2 is nothing but the atmospheric pressure. P2 is nothing but the atmospheric pressure, and the pressure on the upper phase which are in the air medium, which is to be determined. So we can write here P1 is equal to P, and the distance of this cylinder from this surface in air is equal to D. So we can write here as x1 minus x2 is equal to D. If we keep this value in this equation, so we can get this P0 is equal to P minus plus D rho and G. So we can write here this P is equal to P0 minus rho D and G. What is this rho? Rho is the density of the air. So here in this case we determine the pressure of a point placed at height D from the free liquid surface. So these two equations, this equation is this, there is a plus sign and here is the minus sign, which indicate that as we go in the upward direction the absolute pressure goes on decreasing. So in this lecture we discuss about the what is absolute pressure and what is the gauge pressure. Here we are going to stop now. In the next lecture we are going to discuss another properties of the fluids. Thank you. Have a nice day.